This is the world's first undermolded disc. It has a different plastic on the top and the bottom of the disc. It's called tone technology. It's supposed to make the disc fly better, but does it really work or is it just a gimmick? Huge shout out to Clash for sending me this disc early to try out, but they aren't paying me to promote this disc, so I'm gonna give you guys my honest thoughts to see if this tone technology actually works. So what exactly is tone technology? Well, according to their website, the top of the disc is made from a plastic that's more premium and grippy, and the bottom rim is made from a heavier plastic that's more stiff. But what does that actually do? They say this allows the disc to be more torque resistant and reach its peak performance potential. They also say it increases the disc spin rate, it guarantees consistent stability between all discs, and their last claim that they make about tone technology is that it allows the disc to maintain its optimum flight characteristics for longer. I'm sure you guys are really curious to see if these plastics are gonna separate from each other at all, so we're gonna test that out. I'm gonna go chunk it into some trees and see if this thing is gonna hold its stability after I beat it up. But that was a lot of words, and I'm skeptical that this tone technology is actually gonna make a difference. So let's go to the field and actually put this disc to the test. And for those of you that don't know, this tone technology is actually not a new mold, it's actually just their salt with an undermold. So I went out and bought a stock salt to compare it to see if we can find any differences between these discs. First up, on hand feel, Clash already has some of the best feeling plastic on the market, so this salt feels really good. Honestly, I can't tell too much of a difference, but if I had to pick one, I'd say the tone has a little bit better grip. So we're gonna start off throwing a flat backhand. We're gonna use the stock salt first to get a baseline. Whew. Just your basic distance driver flight. It held straight most of the way, then had an overstable finish right at the end. Let's see if the tone version goes any farther. Oh my goodness. That is way flippier. That didn't even look like the same mold at all. Holy cow. I kind of liked it though. That actually might be better for most people. A Salt SS? Well, on flat backhand, the tone did go farther. This went 370, the original went 360, but they flew completely different. I think most people are gonna be able to throw this tone a lot better. Now it's time for the forehand test to see if the tone really can handle some added torque. Again, we're gonna go original salt up first. I don't really like how this steady plastic feels on forehand. It's just a little bit too slick, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get a good grip, or a good release rather. I'm gonna try to release these flat. A touch of Annie on it, but relatively flat. Flies like your normal distance driver. Now the tone. But right off the bat, I can say on a forehand grip, this plastic on the bottom is a little bit grippier, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna slip out of my hand as much. Oh, but it just can't. It can't handle a forehand. You're gonna have to put that thing on a lot of hyzer. I don't know if they were talking about able to handle more torque, because that just flipped over right out of my hand. We're gonna give it a couple more test throws and then we're gonna go beat it up. Now I'm gonna try this on a backhand and hyzer to see if this will fight out at the end if given enough height. I hope it does, because if it can, this thing will bomb. And no, that had no fight in it whatsoever. All right, last throw here. I'm gonna see how far I can throw this thing. Gotta give it a lot of hyzer, but I have a feeling this thing can be a hyzer flip monster. That is a beautiful flight. Ah, there it is. Flexes out at the very end. Now that's what this disc is made for. If you need a disc that'll go far on a hyzer flip, that was perfect. Now I'm also gonna see how far I can throw the original salt just for fun. Had to throw it on a completely different line and gave it some Annie, and it just fought out immediately. Like I said, two completely different discs there. Definitely not my farthest throw, but 415 isn't too bad on a hyzer flip. But now it's time for the fun part. Yeah. Guys, I really tried to beat this disc up, but honestly, there's really no major damage to it, besides on the bottom where I scraped it on the concrete. But besides that, the plastic has stayed together, No major nicks at all in it, and it feels about the exact same. So far, it's holding up really well. But here's the real test. Does it still fly the same? Let's find out. Honestly, yeah. That thing still flies great. So I give the durability a 2 thumbs up. Other than that though, the tone undermold probably is just a gimmick. If you like the salt though and you want a more understable option, definitely try picking up a tone version. But honestly, I applaud Clash Disc for trying something new. Seems like for the past few years, disc golf companies have just been remaking the same exact disc over and over again. And I think this is a good start in the right direction. And I hope more companies will start doing the same. Again, huge thank you to Clash for letting me try out the tone technology early. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.